Hi, I'm Sean, and you're watching Shopworx. On this episode here, we're going to go out, pick this thing up, and see what's wrong with it. So, stay tuned. Well, looks like we'll be changing this one out here before we head her back. So this is what we came to pick up. It's a Ditchwitch 6510, but it's got a gas Wisconsin engine in it. And we'll have to see if we can fire it up and drive it out of here, hopefully. See if there's air in these tires here at all.
I think we're okay.
Might be okay.
No
battery.
Key's in it though.
Well, I guess the trick is we'll be firing this thing up, hopefully, get it running and get it loaded and work on the rest of it back up at the shop there. Not really big on the gas engine, but we'll see. Well, luckily for us, it's got appears to be electric fuel pump in here, and not so lucky for us. I think this hose was supposed to be attached back towards it, and just
maybe makeshift
temp it in there.
I have a bit of required tools.
Shorten her up. I got a tool pouch in my truck there. Fuel bowl and everything back in there. I think she's pretty much bone dry.
No, we just get her going, run her off this tank for now.
Oh, about an inch of gas in the tank there.
I wouldn't even mix it then.
Yeah. Try her off the fiver. So in the truck, managed to grab a couple of batteries, a mixture of different fluids, a little bit of oil, 10 gallons of gas, and some booster cables. So throw a battery in, see if we can't get her going. Well, don't fit the hole down, but
Okay, they keep running up. And our other one doesn't have any tight on it.
well, battery's in. Well, do we dare try it? Oh, I hear the fuel pump. Filter's still on. You checked the oil, John?
I haven't.
I'll let that sit with the pump running for a bit. Where is ye old dipstick on here?
I'll check it.
About that dipstick. Oh, right there. It's black anyway. Pull the choke on. A little bit of throttle. Out of gear. Nothing. Guess that's one of two things. Either the battery's in not very great shape, loose connection, or engine seized. Yeah, nothing, no light, no anything. There we go. Should be a pain in the butt connection. I think it's because that clamp looks broke on the hot.
Try again. Okay.
So, following the wires. At least getting something on the gauge now. I just grabbed these out of another truck there. I'm getting higher and higher. While we're waiting for that to charge, it's looking like we're going to need to throw some rubber on here anyway. Maybe straighten some tin out. Fill some pneumonia holes. Huh.
Two of them. Two for the price of one.
Spare parts.
Stuck my hand in it for you. Just had one hell of a rock come through there.
Thing that's really nice about this one, I'm not sure if you can really tell or not, but the boom on the back here is pretty much centered, just offset barely. Whereas our other one there, it's offset way off to the side, so it makes trenching a little tough. But all this stuff, it's wore right out. If you look at the pins on the chain here, like that's just terrible. Just about ready to jump off the teeth on the sprocket. What teeth? There's a nub. Well, should we try it?
Go for it. Nothing?
No. Half impressed it actually fired. Well, it's not much, but it is air. Stop and wait a lot, but it sure beats doing it.
79.5.
Get these all moving. These haven't been off in a long time. Stop by and drop this one off at Kirk's on the way back. Might need it still before we get home. Knew I should have grabbed the Milwaukee. What I usually use those things for is my air horn and airbags and The odd low tire. Easy come, easy blow. Better. Oh, while I'm fixing the tire there, John's replacing a fitting that was broke, spraying oil. Of course, didn't catch all that there. People were wandering around, didn't want to be on camera here, so unfortunately, that's when all the cool stuff happens. When I mean cool stuff, I mean hydraulic oil. First shiny new part. I'm gonna need it to keep the hydraulics tight on it on the trailer. Well, I got the tire changed, so let's see if we can't get it running again. Nope.
Yeah,
I'll be.
I put the other battery there too.
Got it. Better the first time.
Another key? Or not the only one?
I don't know, somebody ground down a Ford key. Made an ice pick or something out of it.
Give her a shot.
Well, we got it running. It's all fastened up with a ratchet strap for now. Hold everything together there. I'm going to go turn my truck and trailer around there so we're facing the right way and see if this thing moves. got this booms up in the air, you can see how badly wore these things are. They're supposed to be flat right across the board there, so probably a good 1/4 inch, if not 5/16. Pretty rough shape. leave the extra pieces here. And get her chained down and maybe have a look at a couple other pieces of equipment here. Well, got it loaded up on the trailer here. Got a new skin put on there, new boot on the trailer, so we're good to go there. Looks like this thing's missing a bunch of glass on it, but while we're here, I'm gonna go look at a few other items over here. I don't know if you guys know anything about these John Deere dozers or not. It's a 750B. I know absolutely nothing about it, so I just have an inkling that it might be up for grabs here too. Have to do some Googling on it. Looks like it's got a pretty good system set up on the front here with rams.
Thick-weight blade too.
Yeah.
I think she's an oldie though.
Apparently was running at one point, but you can tell the exhaust isn't capped on it, so who knows? I don't even know how heavy this thing would be. Sure I wouldn't be hauling it on the tandem dually anyway. But do some Googling, might be worth some further thoughts on it. But it's got a bunch of plate weights at the back there and everything too. And the other thing would be kind of neat. Got a bunch of tractors floating around already, but have to do some digging into a David Brown 990. Got some ungodly big turf tires on the back, which really doesn't do anything for me, but 4-cylinder diesel. What it does have is a 3-point hitch, which should be fantastic for a rototiller or post pounder and a bunch of other stuff. Set it up on this. Then the guy doesn't have to monkey putting the rototiller on and off and all that other great stuff all the time.
Yeah, it says hydraulics on it too.
Does it?
Yeah, right here. Didn't see this.
Huh. Oh yeah. Depth, height. Huh. Well, be worth some Googling anyway. Further thoughts. I love going through boneyards. Never seen a set of tires on a little tractor like that. I mean, what are those things? .28L26s. Wow. Well, if any of you guys know anything about the 990 or the 750B Deere, let me know. Comments. Be interesting to find a little more out on them and whether they're worth trying to revive or not. Well, I got it back to the shop here and found a few things with it. I've been rolling around, went through a battery charger on the battery here. It's slow charging. But looking at a few things under here. You got the problem with the brakes. Not sure what's up with that yet, but apparently don't work. You got another problem here. Don't think there's supposed to be that much play in the drive shaft. Got a problem with the kingpin over there. It's missing a shim or seal or something. Gonna have to look at that. Not sure if you can see it or not, but the hydraulic filter over there, it's got original paint on it. Not too cool. Back here, I think the gearbox has got a seal gone on it. Some of the belts are cracked and stuff. We'll have to take a good look at them. Chains are dry. Remember I said the chain was wore out? Well, definitely got the money's worth on there. We got a problem with the sprocket cocked. Not sure if it's all in the shim there that needs to be replaced or not, but when the guy does this, you got to change your teeth on the sprockets, your dry sprocket, your idler, your other idler there on the auger. Otherwise they'll wear because they're already worn. It'll wear the chain out a lot quicker. This one tire here needs a replace because she's bald. They're all tube, but this is the worst of the three. It'll have to be replaced. Straighten a bunch of tin out on here, get some glass put in, and do a bunch of customizing to it. You know, standard additional LED lighting, heater, you know, all that great stuff, strobe light. This hoe attachment on the front here is going to be coming off. That'll be another project. Probably put a skid steer mount on it and fix it up, something like that. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, but it will be coming off. Don't need that for what we're doing. Not big on the Wisconsin. It's a little low on the torque, I think, for what this thing should be. I think it's 139 foot-pounds of torque. And the 4-cylinder Deutz version of it is 183 foot-pounds of torque. I'm trying to find something else there to throw in it. I'd love to throw a 4-cylinder Deutz in here to match the other one, but first one I found didn't pan out. Be another video on that. But trying to find something that matches the bell housing here. Might have a Kubota lined up. It's at an auction. Not sure dollar value or bolt pattern yet. A lot of you guys might be looking at this thinking, oh, it's just old junk. Well, I like these old trenchers here. There's a couple reasons for it. One, they seem to work and work and work. They're a direct drive through the jack shaft. So I'm not sure if you know how these work or not, but there's a little hydraulic motor in there when you are trenching. You're running direct drive through the transmission, back in through a bunch of pulleys, out onto the chain drive on the trencher itself. So you're basically, you can work this thing, well, at least the diesel version, you can work this thing until you're just on the verge of making it quit. So once you get rolling the coal out of the stack there, you just want a little tinge of particulate, and you know you're in your sweet spot with it. I've tried newer ones out. We've demoed them from Ditchwitch, and when I say newer, I'm guessing 10 years from now is when I was playing around, somewhere in there, 10-15 years, 2008ish. And you got digging, and when the digging got tough, it's a hydraulic drive on the back of the chain, and that motor would skip, and the chain would jerk and grab and jerk and grab and jerk and grab. And you know, here it's either digging or it stalled the engine out. So you're back into production. The reason they went away from these is there's a lot of maintenance on the jack shafts and pulleys and gears and chains and all that. They simplified it for, you know, people that can't run a grease gun. So you can see, I don't know if you can see the chains and sprockets and gears and belts and pulleys and, you know, your chains. You see back in there a bunch of little hydraulic leaks and seals and issues like that. Pinion seal, like the drive shaft being loosey-goosey. If we do keep this thing in here, I'm going to be doing the tune-up on it and all the other great stuff. Change the exhaust around. A few little odds and sods. This Deutz here was what I was hoping to put in there. Obviously got the wrong bell housing size there. But I thought that was going to be my big problem. My big problem is this thing's seized, so it's about all I can do. I got out on it, I put new fuel lines on it, and fire it all up. Figured, hey, you know, be smart about this before I kick it on there. Let's throw a socket on. Me and a 3-foot breaker bar didn't budget. So looking for something else. Like I say, I think I got a line on a V3300, so that might be something pretty usable anyway for it if I can get it and bolt it up. So. Well, guys, I'd like to thanks for watching this one here, and next video there, you can see how we pulled off the boom there for the hole on the front of that Ditchwitch, and start fixing some of the fuel issues on it. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of stuff, and we'll see you around. Ha 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 ha!